Hello Hidden and Dangerous 2 fans. Topic this video, Physics in Game Part 1. Today we will create a chassis for the future model of the Ferdinand self-propelled installation, but first, we will consider the principles of building a vehicle wheelbase in H&D2 game. All tank chassis in the game have similar details, such as the location of the front and rear support rollers, WHL00 and WHL*, the last roller in the model, somewhere between 0.8 and 1.1 distance along the y-axis, according to the second and penultimate support roller, and the same within the margin of error of the y-axis distance. Between 2 and the penultimate support roller, there are also 2 types of location of the support rollers on both sides of the chassis: parallel and checkerboard arrangement along the y-axis. Let's analyze the chassis of Panzer III and Tiger tanks as an example. Panzer III, the distance from 1 and 2 support rollers 0.816 on the left axis and 0.692 on the right. This I called a checkerboard arrangement. Tiger, the distance from 1 and 2 support rollers on both sides is the same as 1.002. In both chassis, the distance between the rollers along the y-axis from 2 to the penultimate is the same within the margin of error, 0.55. This is one of the main rules for building a tank chassis. In our case, this distance will be 0.90925 for a tighter arrangement and the absence of gaps between the rollers. To begin with, we will remove all the elements of the body, except for the elements of the game engine in the model, in order to clean up as much as possible, and for now we will hide the tracks. Let's start with WHL, R, 00 and 01. We will keep their initial position. Then we remove the internal Tiger rollers. They don't fit us. 6 rollers remain. We need to add 2 to make 8. Be sure to rename DWH and WH according to the serial numbers, otherwise the game will crash. Because of the location of the rollers according to the principle, let's set the distance between 2 and 7 support rollers at 0.90925. Next, let's make tracks for new rollers. A separation and copying tool will help us. Now let's move on to setting up the physical component of our chassis. For this we will use the H&D2 Vehicles Value Editor from MatoX. Let's consider the main components that we need at the moment. Section General Data. Today in this section we are interested only in the first parameter. Wait, I think there is no need to explain anything. The General Physics Data section is a section with basic physical characteristics, such as fuel consumption and fuel tank capacity. Here we are interested in the next parameters: Z-axis model rotation, X-axis model rotation, both options for aligning our chassis according to the selected axis. Fuel consumption and fuel tank capacity. The parameters are responsible for the speed of fuel consumption and the capacity of fuel tank. The third and last section for today that we will look at in this video is wheel data. This section allows us to configure each individual wheel pair of our chassis. Suppression strength is a parameter that is responsible for the possible weight load on a pair of wheels, optimally for 1.100 to 140 kilograms, depending on the number of pairs of wheels. Suppression FWD, a parameter responsible for the vertical position of the wheel pair. For the first and last wheel pair this parameter is 0.05, for other wheel pairs. We will select this parameter manually depending on the position of the wheel pairs in game. Steering ability in %, drive axle enabled, true, false, and steering enabled, true, false, parameters responsible for steering ability and turning ability in %. Our file looks like this. Then we import the characteristics file into the model through the LUTSAV editor, enter the game and see the result. I adjusted all the parameters behind the scenes, but I will post the characteristics file and the modified model in the description of the video. Thanks everyone for watching.